Ukrainian reconnaissance personnel from the Viking Maritime Operations Center planted minefields on the Tendra Spit overnight. Our defenders also managed to destroy a Russian Vityaz, a multipurpose enemy tractor. This was reported by media with reference to the Main Intelligence Directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine in Telergam. A successful raid on the Tendra Spit, fighters from the Viking Naval Operations Center of the Main Intelligence Directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine conducted another night landing and installed minefields on the Spit, the intelligence service wrote. The Main Intelligence Directorate also added that our troops from the Naval Operations Center managed to eliminate the Russians' assistant on Tendrovskaya Spit, the Vityaz multipurpose tractor. A DT-10 Vityaz multipurpose tractor belonging to the Russian occupiers, which the Muscovites used to deliver personnel, weapons, and provisions to enemy positions, fell into a trap set by Ukrainian military intelligence special forces. The Russian Vityaz tracked vehicle was destroyed, the intelligence agency noted, adding that the fight against enemy logistics continues. The Spit, which belongs to the temporarily occupied Kherson region, is located about 30 kilometers from the coast of Mykolaiv region. Covering such a distance by sea, in an area where the enemy has an advantage in both naval and air assets, is a task that requires a high level of coordination and careful planning of the operation. Recall, in July, Special Forces of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine conducted a successful raid on the Tendra Spit. On the night of July 28, the reconnaissance units landed on Tendrovskaya Spit and destroyed the position of the Russian invaders along with its personnel. Along with the enemy infantry, the ZONT electronic warfare system and the Rosa radar station were destroyed. A Ukrainian flag was hoisted over the island. The operation went off without any losses on the Ukrainian side.
"18 Russian staff officers of the 35th Combined Arms Army were killed in a sabotage attack in the occupied part of Zaporizhia Oblast in late August," the Ukrainian project I Want to Live reported. According to the statement, unknown individuals set fire to dry grass near the army's command post not far from the village of Vosresenka on August the 30th. The fire reportedly quickly spread to buildings and dugouts at the site. Due to heavy smoke and the command post filling with carbon monoxide, the headquarters personnel were unable to escape. The statement read, "The Ukrainian state-run project published a list of Russian soldiers allegedly killed in the fire. Ukrainian forces and pro-Ukrainian partisan groups have repeatedly targeted Russian soldiers and military infrastructure on occupied territories or inside Russia. Earlier this week, Ukraine's military intelligence, HUR, claimed it had carried out explosions in Russia's Vladivostok as a revenge operation targeting troops accused of war crimes. Vladivostok, a major port on the Sea of Japan near China, lies about 6,000 kilometers east of Ukraine, making it one of Russia's most distant cities from the war's front lines. The operation struck the 47th Airborne Assault Battalion of the 155th Guards Marine Brigade, stationed in the village of Shtitovaya in Russia's Primorsky Krai. According to the source, the battalion fought in near Kiev, Volodar, Mariupol, Kursk and Pokrovsk, and was accused of brutality against civilians and executing Ukrainian prisoners of war. The source reported powerful blasts in the parking lot of a military facility, followed by a second explosion. Russian media said emergency services and a helicopter were dispatched to the scene. Authorities fenced off administrative buildings and parking zones and started inspecting vehicles. We are waiting for obituaries to appear in the media outlets of Vladivostok, the source said. Local officials said the explosions were caused by a gas equipment malfunction, adding that there were no casualties, though several vehicles suffered minor damage. This comes as a second operation of its kind this year. In May, HUR carried out explosions near Vladivostok, also targeting Russia's 47th Airborne Assault Battalion, an intelligence source told the Kyiv Independent at the time.
After visiting several outposts in the area on Thursday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukrainian forces had liberated 160 square kilometers, with over 170 square kilometers cleared of Russian forces, in a Donetsk region counteroffensive. According to Associated Press, video released by the Ukrainian Presidential Office showed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky and Head of Presidential Office, Andriy Yermak, in various briefings with officers in the region. Zelensky added that the Ukrainian military had captured almost 100 Russian prisoners and that Russia had lost over 2,500 personnel with over 1,300 killed.